What's up YouTube? It's your boy Muhammad back with another video with the channel Mr. Top 10 Cents. Today I'm gonna bring you guys a top 10 list, another top 10 list. I know, who cares? This top 10 list is gonna be 10 cheapies that are around $30 mark. So this is in no particular order. This is just 10 fragrances in my collection that I figured were the best cheapies that I own, and I figured I could share with you guys, alright? So let's start off with the first one. The first one is gonna be Unforgivable by Sean John. This fragrance could be had around, I'm gonna say $20. On discounters, you can find it for $20 at your Ross's or Marshall's. I actually picked this up for $18.99 at Ross. A lot of people know this as the Millesime Imperial by Creed clone, but it is sort of like it smells like it, but it's more mass appealing, more modern, has a little more sweetness to it. I actually prefer this better than the Millesime Imperial by Creed. I never was a big fan of Creed's Millesime Imperial, but I am a fan of this actually. So you guys need to check this out. Sean John's Unforgivable. The next one is gonna be a fragrance that gets talked about so much, gets put down by so many frag heads, but you can't deny the fact that it works, gets you compliments, and it's pretty cheap. This is Liz Claybournes Curve Crush. This is a fresh shower gel type of fragrance, kind of like Dior Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel. If you are the type that steps out of the shower after work and you want to throw on something that's fresh to bed, pick this up. If you don't want to go and spend $100 on the Sauvages or the Prada Carbons or Bleu de Chanels, but you want that fresh, clean feeling, pick this up. Pretty good fragrance. This is about 20 bucks. It's gonna run you at Walmart. You can even find it at Marshall's for less than that. Nice fragrance, not bad for the price. It doesn't last too long, about 3-4 hours. This is an eau de cologne, not an eau de toilette. So of course it's not meant to last that long, but you're getting pretty good longevity for what you're paying for. The next fragrance is a celebrity fragrance, but I really do adore this fragrance. This is actually one of my wife's favorite fragrances, believe it or not. Out of all the high-end niche fragrances I have and all the designers and the mass appealing fragrances, this is one of her favorites, to be honest. This is Adrenaline by Enrique Iglesias. This has a lot of sweetness in it. I get like a orange lemony vibe to it, but it's not too fresh. It's more of a winter fall fragrance. It actually lasts pretty long. It lasts on me 5.5 hours, no more than 6 to be honest with you, but it projects like a beast. And for 15 bucks, 19 bucks, I don't think you could do much better than this considering longevity wise. Pretty awesome fragrance. This is Adrenaline by Enrique Iglesias. Alright, the next fragrance is pretty popular. I mean, it gets a lot of hype into Fragcom and well-deserved hype. You could get this for around 20 bucks online discounters. This is Mont Blanc's Individual. Like Jeremy Fragrance says, fresh fabric softener with a raspberry vibe. This has that woody, sweet fabric softener vibe. It's true, and this is another Creed smell alike, which is Creed's original Santal, but Creed actually cloned this fragrance. This actually came out before Creed, but this copied Yop Homme, which came out before all three of them. I was never a big fan of Yop Homme. I felt like it was too sweet, too polarizing, and this just made it a little woodier, fresher, more fabric softener type, and I actually like this a lot better. I smell Original Santal. I think Original Santal does smell better than this, but for the price, $20 for 75 mil or $400 for 100 mil, I think I would go with this all day long. This is Mont Blanc's Individual. Alright, next fragrance is not a new release, but it's not too old. Not a lot of people talk about it, but I actually really like this fragrance. I've talked about it, I put it on a few lists of mine. Retail is about $100 at Macy's, which they try to push this fragrance a lot and they advertise it, but don't get it. You get it at Fragrance Net or Fragrance X for 30 bucks. This is Jimmy Choo Man Intense. This to me smells like the Invictus and Azaro Wanted, you know, sweet, bubblegummy, but not too bubblegummy. This has that same kind of vibe, but I also get kind of like a burnt rubber accord, not leather, but kind of like the Bulgari hockey puck fragrance, that burnt rubber. I get that in this as well. I like this and it lasts pretty long. I get about 7 hours with this. For 30 bucks, you can't go wrong. I mean, 7 hours, smells amazing. If you want to replace Invictus or Azara Wanted for a somewhat darker version of it and cheaper version, Jimmy Choo Man Intense is for you guys. Now this next fragrance, I don't think anyone even heard of it. I actually picked this up at my local outlet. It's named Burke's Outlet. I don't think it's anywhere but here. It's a small outlet, kind of like Ross and Marshalls. It smelled very familiar and I love the fragrance that it kind of cloned, so I picked it up. This is Metal Jeans Beverly Hills 90210 by Torad's Perfumery. This, I paid 12 bucks for 100 milliliter, by the way. This smells exactly, I'm talking about exactly like Dior's Fahrenheit. Exactly, guys, that petrol vibe, the violet leaf, exactly like it. I actually sold Fahrenheit for $80 because it was still brand new. You know, I haven't used it much and I still had the box for it, so I sold it because I got this. This just lasts long, not like Fahrenheit, but this lasts about 6.5, 7 hours, smells identical to it. So, as you could see, I don't know if you guys could see the juice level, but the juice level is up to here. I use it a lot. I really love this fragrance because I really love Dior Fahrenheit. For 15 bucks, you can find this online if you search for it. $15, you cannot go wrong. If you're a Dior Fahrenheit lover, I say pick this up, put your nose on it, you would not regret it. This is Torad's Metal Jeans 90210 Beverly Hills. I don't know what the name of the fragrance is, but it has all that. You can figure it out. Another fragrance is, believe it or not, it is very hyped. A lot of people love it. A lot of people own it. A lot of people put it in their list, but they don't talk about the price, how cheap it is. I mean, 30 bucks all day long. You can find this at Marshalls. You can find a gift set for 40 bucks with the shower gel, the travel spray, and the full 100 ml bottle. This is Versace's Man Au Fresh. You get a lot of citruses, just citrus packed, just amazing. Amazing longevity, amazing scent, amazing projection. I mean, this projects for 3 hours easily. I wear this, I always get a compliment on it. This was one of my most complimented fragrances. This is such an amazing scent, guys. Please check it out, Blind Bite. You will not be disappointed. Mass appealing fragrance, and for 30 bucks, you cannot go wrong. All right, the next fragrance is not very surprising. Everybody knows this is gonna be on a list. When you talk about a cheap fragrance list, this has to be on it. This is Club de Nuit Intense for Men. This is another clone of, guess what? Creed. Which Creed? The most popular Creed. Creed Aventus. Duh. We all know this. But this does not actually have pineapple. It imitates fresh pineapple with synthetic lemons. It's weird, but it works. And this is a lot smokier than the newer batch of Aventus, which some people like, some people don't like. I honestly like the fruity batches. So I actually prefer Aventus over this, but you really won't be able to tell. The common nose won't be able to tell, guys. I mean, if you wear this and walk past the common person, they'll compliment you, and the next day wear Aventus, same reaction. They won't know the difference. I promise you. Happened to me several times. I keep preaching this. Do not go and spend $300, $400, $500 on Creed Aventus if you don't have the means for it. This is so close, guys. This one is actually a recent pickup. I bought it for $34 on FragranceNet. This is Gentleman Only's Givenchy. I actually picked this up, I think, 2-3 days ago. But this gives you a spice bomb vibe. This takes that spice bomb DNA and just adds a bunch of sweetness, kind of like Invictus. This is gonna replace spice bomb for me. But yeah, guys, this is an amazing fragrance. Lasts about 7 hours on my skin. Great projection, great longevity, great winter fragrance. Just awesome all the way around. The bottle is so beautiful. I mean, the cap is plastic, but this is super heavy. This is actually heavier than some of the Parfums de Marly's bottles. And you guys know how heavy those bottles are. This is actually heavier. But this is such an amazing fragrance. This is Gentleman's Only Givenchy Absolute. Now the last fragrance is probably my most worn fragrance and probably my most complimented because I've actually worn it for so many years. This was actually a signature of mine. I probably went through about 5 bottles of it. One of my favorite fragrances, and to be honest with you, I can't say enough good things about this. This is Usher for Him by Usher. Lemon Verbena. It has some melon, it has some pineapple, it has some suede. I think it has cantaloupe and leather. Just such an amazing, amazing fragrance, guys. I've went through so many bottles of these, guys. I mean, so many bottles. This is probably my favorite fragrance just because of all the memories I've had with it. It's very fruity and fresh in the beginning, then it dries down to a leathery, woody fragrance. You could pick this up all day long retail for $70 for the 100 ml, but on discounters you could pick it up for around 20. Usher for Him won't be a bad blind buy in my opinion. So all these fragrances, what I try to do is I try to bring you guys some of the cheapest I had in my collection and the best that I had in my collection. You could have all these fragrances for around $250 to $300, which is a price of a Creed, guys. 100 ml Creed Aventus, the cheapest you'll find it is around $300 or $250. For that money, you could buy all 10 of these fragrances. So let's not go out there and spend our whole paychecks over one fragrance when we could get so many cheap fragrances that do the same thing. They warn you compliments. You know, they're not all that unique, but at the same time, they still smell good. You're gonna enjoy it. The people around you are gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get compliments and you're gonna save your money, guys. So those are my top 10 cheap fragrances. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave your feedback. Let me know what you guys would have added on this list. So let's start the conversation down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share as well. And also, I got a couple announcements. The first one actually is my scent of the day, Cologne L'Intense by YSL. This is such a sophisticated, intense version of the amazing Cologne. Lasts long, 7-8 hours, projects like a beast. Love this fragrance. Second announcement is the winner of the 75 sample giveaway is Lele Polax. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Don't unsubscribe because I mispronounced your name. I'm an ass, but I'm sorry. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and showing your support. And also the winners of the 2 5ml decants of the 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne is Isaac Hodges and Brian Harvey. Go ahead, guys. Please PM me on Facebook if I follow you guys, or email me. I'm gonna leave my email down below so you guys can claim your winnings, and I'll try to ship those out as soon as possible. Appreciate you guys watching. Love you guys. Peace out.
Running through the city in the same shoes. Now I'm gunning in the Benz and